Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome to today's training session. This property is very useful when we are building a website. If you need to design the layout of a page, let's dive straight into the today's session. What is the function of the float property, which is used to move an element to the left or right side? It's quite common when we want to display an image or text together, especially when we wrap text around an image. Let's explore that now. First of all, let's talk about float left. When you use the float property with the left value, the content will remain inside the container, but it will shift to the left side, causing some space to appear on the right side of the elements. Let's see this through an example. I have opened my code editor. Here you can see that the select class has been used and the background color has been set to yellow for the text. If I add the float left property, you will see that the elements shift to the left side of the container and the content below adjust accordingly. Now if I remove the float left property, you will see that the element goes back to its default position. In this case, the element appears at a different level, but as soon as I apply float left, the content moves to the left and the content below adjusts. This is how we use the float left property. We can do the same thing with image or other content. However, nowadays we generally use flexbox and a grid for layouts. But if you are working with older projects, this technique is still quite useful. Now let's talk about the float right property, which works exactly the opposite of float left. When we apply float right, the content moves to the right side of the container. With 150 pixel and height 100 pixel, background color coral and margin 10 pixels. Now if you apply float right, the content will align to the right side of the container. If you want to remove the floating left effect, you can use float none. The element will return to the normal document flow. Let me show you how. If I write float none, the element will behave as a regular block element within the normal flow of the document. Now let's talk about the clear property. The clear property used to clear floated elements. You can use values like clear left and clear right or clear both to adjust the positioning. For example, let's see clear left. This will make sure that the element doesn't float next to the left side of any floated elements. Here's an example with 150 pixels and background color to green, margin 10 pixel. When we used clear left, the content will be cleared from any left floating elements. Similarly, we can use clear right to remove the content from right floating elements. If you want to clear both sides, you can use clear both. This will make sure that the element clear both left and right floated elements. Here's an example with 150 pixels, background color blue and margin 10 pixels. If I remove the clear property, the element will float alongside the left or right side depending on how it's set. This was a brief overview of the float property. As I mentioned, float are quite useful, but by using clear, you can control the layout more effectively, especially if you need to align element perfectly. If you have any question or need further clarification, feel free to ask in the comments. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.